take Chisora in a heartbeat, but I think he'll be knocked out of the rankings, you know, after that loss against Bloody Fury. No, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
No, mate, this is exciting. We're on both sides of the Tasman.
Well done, mate.
We were very fired up there, both guys.
Did you mention Chisora, Derek Chisora?
Yes.
Is that a potential?
Oh, I don't think Chisora would fight us. He got roundly smashed by Tyson Fury last week.
Yeah.
Kevin loves us taking Chisora, but I doubt very much whether he'd get in the ring with Joseph. A loss against someone like a Joseph Parker would destroy his career, so I can't see him doing it.
He's had 5 consecutive losses, right?
I think he's had 3. I think he's had 3, but he was ranked at #1 in the... actually, he couldn't have had consecutive losses. He was ranked at #1 in the WBO for that fight. That was like a fight for the mandatory, so we'll see.
That could give him great exposure in the UK.
Oh, look, we are very keen on the UK market. Obviously, you've got Anthony Joshua's probably at the same level as Joe over there, and he's a very impressive fighter. You know, he's got incredible amateur credentials. He's a big, strong, you know, well-chiseled looking guy.
He looks like the Hulk.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And I think a Joseph Parker Anthony Joshua fight one day would be stunning. You've got 2 really exciting guys coming through.
What about the other blues, Carly Meehan or Shane Cameron?
Shane's retired, but I think
He could unretire.
yeah, well, you know, to be fair, I think, you know, and I think Shane's picked a good time to retire. But I think Carly and Meehan's are definitely. You know, I didn't realise in the last fight they're fighting for the Pan African belt, which is a WBA title. It's one that we'd definitely love to get, but I think you find that Carly would be, well, at this stage in my career, I don't think I want to fight Joseph Parker. You know, and I can understand that.
Of course,
mate, we're not going to shit can Carly because he's a good bloke, and mate, he deserves respect in the sport. You know, at 44 years of age, I think it's great for Carly. Is it?
Did that knockout tonight, Dean, make your job a little bit harder?
Oh, it makes the job easier because the further Joe goes up in the rankings, the more you're going to have certain guys that are going to want to fight him because all of a sudden there's a risk return element. And you know, like I don't think Joe could be too far off. And, you know, we're talking through with Kevin, the matchmaker, before you know you get to the #1 position. Like that fight, I think we'll move up 3 or 4 spots in the WBO. I think, I don't know.
Well, he did what Hammer couldn't do.
Yeah, and we should move up a couple in the WBA. We'll wait and see. But that was an emphatic win. Yeah. So we're excited.
Dean, there's a title bout on the 17th of January, and Kevin did mention one of those participants.
Yes, Stefan versus
Deontay
Wilder. Yeah, well, you know, I think both those fights, they're 2 guys that we would take in a heartbeat if we could get them. You know, like, and but like everything boxing, professional boxing is about the money involved. And at the moment, Joseph's got a great profile in New Zealand, probably a very small profile in Australia, but that's it. If you want to get on the map in America, that's when you start to make money. So and that's when guys start to take you seriously. So at some stage in the near future, we're definitely looking at American fights. And we're going to obviously look for Jeff Horn as well. You know, I had meetings with HBO and Showtime when we were up there for the Pennsylvania fight. That was probably 3-4 months ago. And both HBO and Showtime are saying, well, you know, we like exciting fighters. We want new young talent. But you've got to get
Is
the name
America
known
on your radar for
100%.
2015?
I'd like to think so. We'll have to wait and see. At the moment, I'm just tying up TV deals, and we've got a long-term deal with Sky TV here. I'm working on deals in Australia, working on venue deals in Australia. We're hoping to have anything up to 6 fights in Australia next year. We'll just have to wait and see. We're in the middle of it. You know,
And Joe would be potentially one of those fights?
I'd like to think Joe would start to feature over there, but to be honest, Jeff Horn is an Australian, and Jeff Horn should be fighting in Australia. It's just we're just working things through at the moment, getting the deals together. You know, it's pointless Jeff fighting over here and becoming a big star here when he's got his own market at home, which is literally 5 or 6 times the size as us, and a lot more wealthy. And I think it's a market that's distressed at the moment in terms of boxing as a sport. I think it's at an all-time low. I think Jeff Horn, in my opinion, you know, and I've said this to a couple of text mates of mine in Australia, this is the next superstar of Australian boxing. What you saw tonight was just world class. It was amazing what we saw from both guys tonight. You know, Joe was so heavy-handed.
Jeff Horn's capable of having a boring fight.
That's a really good point, but look, and I've been proudly, I had a really good look at the rankings the other day. We fight this guy here, and this is no bump. He's 15-0, he was number 12 in the WBO. What's exciting is that Manny Pacquiao sits at the top of the WBO. Now, I know he's talking about a fight with Floyd Mayweather. By the time that fight happens, if it happens, and it may or may not, we'll have 3 fights under our belt against world-class opposition. Jeff and his bloody trainer, they've got the foot to the floor, and we want to go with them. So we're going to get the very best fights we
He's
can
going to
get.
be on an accelerated plan like Joe then.
We would like to think Jeff's about 4 to 5 fights away max from a #1 mandatory position, and that's the plan. And even if we get there, there'll be no stopping. We'll just keep fighting because you got to keep the activity going. And I got to be honest, I think Jeff's improving with every fight. That was by far and away Joseph Parker's best performance. I think we've got 2 of the most exciting fighters in Australasia in a very long time, and man, I'm really fired up about it.
And you're going to be doing something with Kevin's other heavyweight, Easy Uganda?
Yeah, we're looking at Izu for sure. You know, Kev's really produced the goods over the last sort of 18 months with Joe, and Kev's got massive raps on Izu. So we're going to be talking to Kev about, you know, fighting Izu down here as a start. But, you know, if you're going to get serious with Izu, he's a Polish guy, so we need to get TV deals up in Poland, which we'll be looking to do if we sign him up.
He's got a reasonably big profile in Poland, right?
Apparently so. And his sister just won the Poland's Next Top Model. So, you know, this is an exciting time because we want to, you know, this is all about TV and international TV deals, and we're tying up Australia right now, and then we're going to be heading to America after that, and then if we've got Izu on board, we'll go to Poland.
Dean, I've got to ask the question. Klitschko's are not known for ducking people, and they'll notice that sort of performance.
Well, what was fascinating, Kevin was telling me, there's a guy in boxing called Stitch. He's a great cut man.
Stitch Duran.
Yeah, he's part of the Klitschko camp, but apparently, unsolicited, Stitch came back and had a chat with Kevin and says Joseph came up in a lot of mentions with the Klitschkos. I got to be honest, we saw the Klitschko fight against Alex Leopold. Grant Lee was at that fight. I thought Vladimir Klitschko was absolutely stunning, and you know, it'd be silly of us to say, you know, we're ready for a fight like that now. We're not. But in 18 months, who knows?
Maybe you could find someone like Pro Level or someone.
We would love to.
Would you like Leopold even as a?
We'd love to have a fight, you know, with Alex.
That'd be a good fight, wouldn't it? Joe and
I think
Alex.
it'd be a good fight, but it's obviously a good regional fight. But at the moment, Alex is out of the rankings, and I think Noel wants to build him back up again, which is cool.
So, are you interested in building him up?
Alex,
On your shows, yeah.
You know what? I think we would.
Yeah.
But we've got a great relationship with Noel, and we like him. We think he's an incredibly good bloke, and we like working with him, and so I can see us doing a lot of work going forward for sure, and helping him out, and him helping us out. Because mate, Noel's got a lot of skills in the boxing world that we don't necessarily have, and he's done amazing stuff with guys who haven't necessarily been the greatest of fighters, and he gets in good places. So there's definitely a skill set we can work together with.
So how long before we make the next announcement? Make a couple of days?
Oh, it'll only be 3 or 4 days, perfectly. In a perfect world, we hope to have an opponent tied up. You know, Joe obviously wants to go back to Samoa. We want to get the fight back on the map, and you know, while we couldn't be happier. I think that we're in a position, stunning position. You know, I couldn't be happy with the job Kevin Barry's done, that Joseph Parker's done, that Glenn Rushton and Jeff Horn have done. We've had a good year in boxing, but that's
You've done too. You've done a pretty good job as well.
We've battled on, you know, but that's the cream on the. You know, that was to me that was 2 stunning wins. Like the celebrity fights are great, and I enjoy them for the entertainment. But I love the real stuff, and mate, that was world class. Because neither of the guys that we brought in they weren't guys to give up. When Robson went down for the 3rd time, mate, you know, this is the number 12 in the world who's unbeaten. He was getting up, and it was like. And then of course when Joe's boy went down, Jesus, that was just good.
He wasn't getting up.
No, on one shot. You know, people have been questioning Joe's power. It's like, well, there's plenty of power there. So no, we're excited, man. It's a good time.
Mate. Well done.
No, we're looking forward to Grant Lee, and we're going to be talking to you a lot.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks again.
No worries, brother.
Thanks for your time.
Sky City, man. I'll see you boys there.
Cheers, mate.
Sky City.
Yeah. I ain't going.